Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of my podcast Nannamatu. Mankind is finally realizing the importance of environment in saving its own home, the only home. Today is World Environment Day, a day which would have passed off as a customary event if not for this pandemic. The pandemic has given us a grim reminder of what a neglected future would look like. Over the last 2 months, we have been desperately counting every ounce of oxygen. We squeezed every liter of oxygen from our manufacturing plants. Trains traveled thousands of kilometers to bring oxygen to the needy patients. We set up new plants on a war footing to provide pranavayu to patients gasping for breath. We have been praying for every ounce of oxygen over the last 2 months. Isn't it ironical that we are the same people who have cut down millions and millions of trees, depriving our planet of billions of liters of oxygen? After all, we don't realize the value of something until we lose it. Given the rate at which we are destroying our planet Earth, that day may not be too far. We have seen trees as purely functional or ornamental objects. They decorate the city streets, and they provide us the shade, they provide us the beautiful breeze, they also provide us with fruits, nuts, paper, etc. But are we missing the woods for the trees with this kind of thinking? I believe so. Plants and forests are quietly working in the background, secretly cleaning our water, filtering our air, and protecting us from the climate change. They are the guardian angels of our Mother Earth. But what are we doing to these angels? Every single year, the world loses about 2.6 crore acres of forest land, which is roughly the size of one Iceland. Every single year, we throw millions of tons of plastic into our lakes and oceans. Every single year, we produce 40 to 50 billion tons of carbon dioxide globally. Every single year, we choke our cities with unabashed use of plastic. There is no end to our greed. God has given everything for our needs, but not for our greeds. The pandemic has given us a jolt. Let us wake up to the reality that is staring in our face. Is everything lost? No, not yet. Our governments are taking big strides in saving our planet. Individuals are contributing too. Under the leadership of our beloved Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, India has taken major steps towards saving our environment. Between 2017 and 2019, India increased its forest cover by 5,188 square kilometers. In fact, the Karnataka added the highest area of forest cover in the country during that period. The increase in forest cover is a result of two efforts, one on the consumption side and another on the afforestation side. I must say that the Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana has contributed significantly to these efforts by reducing use of firewood for cooking. On the afforestation side, considerable institutional efforts are afoot. One effort which deserves mention is Kaveri Calling project by Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudevji. He has embarked on an ambitious project to enable 52 lakh farmers to plant a whopping 2.42 billion trees in the Kaveri basin. Our Prime Minister Modi ji is a strong proponent of Paris Climate Agreement, which lays out clear roadmap to reduce carbon production in the world. Modi ji has increased share of renewable energy in India to 24% in the last 6 years. India has a goal of producing about 175 gigawatts of renewable energy by 2030. Our Prime Minister has embarked on Namami Gange project to clean up River Ganga, one of the largest river basin systems in the world. Modi ji has also announced that all cars sold in India by 2030 will be electric cars. Government of India has also taken a large project to provide piped natural gas to all households in metros, thus reducing pollution. Hopefully, if other countries also take the Paris Climate Agreement as seriously as India, our planet will be cleaner and greener very soon. Protecting our environment is not just the responsibility of the government. You, me, and every individual has a duty towards planet Earth. What is that we all can do? Seriously consider electric cars and bikes instead of fossil fuel vehicles. Shift to renewable energy wherever the opportunity exists. Avoid using paper and shift to your electronic formats. Reduce using plastic and reuse wherever it is possible. Last but not the least, be Indian. Let me explain. India has always practiced conservative consumerism. Our culture has always taught us to take from nature only what we need. But unfortunately, we are trying to adapt the Western culture of excessive consumerism. Shun that culture to protect our planet. Let's take inspiration from Salumarda Timaka and Sadhguru, the way they are contributing to rebuild our planet, and let's not destroy it. Let's all pledge to reduce, reuse and recycle. Thank you. Namaste. Jai Hind.